This is also an important shot because this is my method of watering. You listening?
Yeah.
Yeah. See if you can get, I know this might not be the best position to try this. I'm just making sure it's well soaked in the vicinity of the plants. I'm not bothering over here now because there's nothing there.
Why are you watering at the bottom?
Because I don't want the moisture to get on the leaves, particularly since it's a heading lettuce and the moisture tends to get trapped between the leaves. And under these conditions, which is bad ventilation, which is why it's not working, they tend to rot off. The moisture can't escape, and it just rots, and then the whole plant will collapse, which has happened to quite a few of the crop. It is at the base there. See that? And the whole plant over 2 days has just completely gone. So obviously this is not one to save seed from, you know, even if it was possible, which it isn't because it hasn't flowered yet. So it's a goner. I mean, I anticipated it, so I put in 80, thinking I was going to wind it with 25 good plants. I'm now down to 20, I would say, and even that's debatable. So, you know, it's a learning process, you know what I mean? You see here, I've chopped off the lower leaves because they were rotting. I've tried to sort of say, okay, that's done now. I'm going to clear off these lower leaves here because they're not doing me any good now. And then eventually I will just have this down like this, and from there I think it's probably going to be less likely to rot. That's my strategy. This is why, you know, obviously on ground irrigation systems are great, but in this case the tunnel is not level, and I was finding that it was impossible to keep a tab on why plants weren't doing well. So I've tried to just individually give every plant the same, and this is what's resulted, you know, 20 decent lettuce plants to save seed from.
So what time of the day do you water them?
As early as possible. So if I was on my game, I'd be in here at sunup, you know. So the water can get absorbed into the ground before the heat, and then the water goes directly to the roots, so you're not having a problem. Anything you do once the sun's up is chancy. So here I've got these lower leaves, so I just push it right through the leaves, get on the other side, and not try and go over the top of that if possible. It's turning into quite an enjoyable process this now, but if it's completely the wrong method, I want to know why. Because, you know, I've got to stop this rotting off. See, make sure there's no rotting stuff around here. I'll come back and finish that water in a minute. Anyway, we've got to get on to the weeding. Yeah, well, the idea is to get the bucket, which should be bigger than this, underneath. So I'm twisting off these heads. Sometimes I get them a little bit too early, so I'm wasting some stuff, so there's no point in rushing it. A little bit too much moisture in the air at the moment. I might wait and do this a bit later. Anyway, so you can see this is coming ready for harvest, this whole head. So what I may do is, rather than go in and pick this, I might bag this. But as far as the rest of them are concerned, this one is quite sporadic. So these are ready for plucking, but the rest of these heads haven't developed properly yet, these flowers. So you know, I'm just doing this. If you can see that, it's dropping into the bucket, hopefully. It's a very messy business, harvesting lettuce. It turns out very difficult to clean. But I will say the moisture early in the morning makes this a little bit inefficient at the moment. I think I'm going to wait until it dries out a little bit more, and then do the harvest later. So all of these really that are white, the white wispy dandelion-like thing here, the seed is more or less ready. But this is what it's looking like when it comes off the plant. So it's just like, it's got all of this stuff. And within this are little black seeds. Can you see those little black seeds? So they're difficult to see. The dross is easy to see, so that's the first thing to pick out, what you can see. And it goes on. And then I've got to put it through various sizes of sieve and whatnot. Yeah, it turns out to be a real riot. Clean, right? So this is seed plus the chaff. You see that in there? But all of these dark ones are the lettuce seeds here. So this is going to be cleaned. It's going to be cleaned by winnowing, you know, either in the wind or in front of fans, I suppose, if you're really hard up. So that's something that has to happen before too long, because otherwise I might start getting problems in the seed. So this process continues now on a daily basis until we're done.